off space because I connected more with you than I did with Lee.
What did you say?
As a lover.
Who?
You.
Yeah. It is the early morning of Saturday, and this housemates, there's a lot to unload, offload from yesterday. So last night, Jareed and Mpumi had a conversation. Now, there's been a limited communication or a drop in vibe between Jareed and Lima. This was because of all he's been doing, especially that of 2 nights ago, that was spending time with Els whilst Lima was mourning, right? And, Lima was hurt and felt disrespected and said something like she cannot recover from that. Anyways, here was Mpumi and Jareed having a conversation. And, it was as though Mpumi was trying to understand what their situationship was. And then she was referring to a previous relationship as to how it was very defined on, it's just they do shit and then move on and do shit again. But now she likes it when she gets to know what she's doing, what she's in for with someone. And then Jareed was responding, talking about how he is confused right now because he cares about Lima, but he seems to have better connection with Mpumi. And, even Lima has said something about it. And Lima is scared, or that's the reason why Lima has been trying to limit their communication. At the moment, he feels like the connection with him and Mpumi is more of that of a lover. He considers her more of a lover, and then considers, Lima as someone he just cares about. And he's confused because when it's Liama's case, she's not definite. She'd be like, you can go on and do whatever you want. But then moments later, he's back trying to fix the go-ahead he was giving. And I'm like, you have possibly dated women before. You've possibly communicated with women before. When a woman says this, especially to someone she likes, she means the opposite. Couldn't you get that? Truth is, the joke's on Lima in the long run, because this was a guy who stated from the onset that he was not up for a relationship. He's playing his game, he's having his fun. Why can't you do the same? Plus, you have a serious relationship outside of the house. So what is your game really? It's becoming rather stressful to consider and talk about all the crazies they're going through.
Lima, like low-key putting, just because the baggage is too crazy, dog.
You ever heard some homie going for a shower, like washing his dick like crazy?
Yes, you heard it all on this space. You heard it. I kept saying that even when Jareed was telling Lima that, you know what, the condom that was found was just a prank, I didn't believe him. Honestly, I didn't believe him. Not until Sinaye exposed this. Now, let me start from the beginning. So Sinaye and Taki were having a conversation. And Taki was talking about how he is seeing the moves that Lima is making towards him. He has interest in her. He wants to make moves towards her because, she's a cool girl and likable. But then she comes with too much baggages. And what are those baggages? All the 9-yard crazy with Jareed and his concubines. And probably Taki is talking about how he cannot handle all that, being in a triangle and probably being in the losing side, because it's obvious Lima likes Jareed more than any guy in the house. But then, Sinaye was like, it would be nice and interesting, and in fact, it would be a very entertaining game to see you play if you make a move on that. After all, you don't even have any sort of conversation or vibe with Jareed. You owe him nothing. So this is going to be a very good game plan. You should do it. While they were talking about that, Taki went on to talk about how he just feels that Jareed is actually playing a huge game, and he has a main and a side, main chick and side chick. And, Sinaye, who is close to Lima of some sort, was like, oh, Lima is a main, and then the side has to do with more than one. In fact, one of the side else, Lima cut them. And I was like, okay, Because yesterday people were arguing with me that, oh, they didn't do anything. But we heard sounds. It was too intense, right? Now, according to Sinaye, Lima told him that she went to the bathroom and she kept hearing the sound boom, 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 boom. And soon enough, when they were done, Jareed left that place and went to the shower and was washing his, privates like crazy, as though which means whatever happened there happened without protection. And I guess that was what was the deep thing that hurt her so fucking much. Anyways, who knows how this is going to turn out. I think Taki and Lima would do good for each other, and to give space to see the love, the so-called love connection or love relationship between Mpumi and Jareed. But of course, Lima would not agree because she would feel like she was losing or something. At this point, I think she should get done with that game plan. Is it just me, or is Z still playing that game of having two men and, being relevant on the TV show for having them? Like, if one is more relevant than the other, she's still relevant because she's still with the both of them. Because that's the game I see Z is playing with young Pappi and Sinaye. Now, y'all remember that Z and Sinaye had to talk things out. I think that was yesterday. Also, about that was 2 days ago. That was on Valentine's Day, yeah. And they had to talk about, the issues they've been having. And, she talking about how he doesn't take jokes. And he's saying when it comes to her, he's rather too serious. He needs to ease up. The both of them are playing a game, I understand. But I still feel that Z is more comfortable, more at ease, more at home, more comforted when it comes to being around young Pappi. And this can be said in how many times she has kissed with him. I think she has kissed with him more than she has with Sinaye. Last night wasn't an exception because these two spent a beautiful time together. And I think they slept on the same bed. Right. So they were having conversations and he was just complimenting her, talking about very sweet things about her. Or if he had the power, he would have a picture of her in a museum. If he was this, he would do that. Or how he thanks God for creating a face such as this and putting it on her body and stuff. I'm like, oh God, let me be honest, right? I feel it's coming from a genuine place because after all, this guy doesn't have any other person outside of the house. And he's deliberately, intentionally following this girl to the latter, even without complaining too much to her. And it's really cool. Although Z was saying, look at you lying and stuff. I'm like, and see, you're the one who is lying. Well, you're pretending or using the both of them. However way this game is going, I like to see the end of it. Now, guys, please, if you're new to my channel, please do not forget to subscribe. Click on the bell button to miss out notification on every post I make. And I'll see you on the next one.